Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Very. In fact, it's a very common word used in English. Have you ever noticed how often do you use the word very in your everyday English conversations? So, in this English series, I will teach you 55 words that you can use instead of very. So, without any further delay, let's look at them. Very boring. So you can say it's dull. Now let's look at the example. It is not all books that are as dull as their readers. Very good. You can use impressive. Example, your speech was impressive. Very bad. You can use disgusting. Example, don't talk to me like that. It's disgusting. Very happy. You can use overjoyed. Example, I am overjoyed to hear this news. Very noisy. You can use deafening. Example, the noise from the surface was now quite deafening. Very sad. You can use heartbroken. Example, she is heartbroken after her breakup. Very funny. You can use hilarious. Example, she is beautiful, truthful and hilarious, without vanity or affection, exceptionally clever. Very old. You can use old-fashioned. Example, I am tired of your old-fashioned thoughts. Very sure. You can use certain. Example, I am certain he doesn't realize it, but he does put himself first. Very strong. You can use forceful. Example, he has a very forceful personality. Very clear. You can use obvious. Example, she saw only the most obvious differences. Very small. You can use petite. Example, dress sizes range from petite to extra large. Very busy. You can use swamped. Example, his words were swamped by the laughter. Very weak. You can use frail. Example, he gave the frail woman a hug and described the reason for his visit. Very special. You can use exceptional. Example, Christopher is a man of exceptional talent. Very stupid. You can use idiotic. Example, now that I thought about it, it seemed idiotic. Very smooth. You can use sleek. Example, Tony held up a sleek phone and Bluetooth earpiece. Very lazy. You can use indolent. Example, the natives were allowed to live the indolent life of the tropics. Very confused. You can use perplexed. Example, she was perplexed by this creature. Very sorry. You can use apologetic. Example, the manager was very apologetic about everything. Very afraid. You can use fearful. Example, the nurse on duty was fearful that the patient should get worse. Very quick. You can use rapid. Example, he made such rapid progress. Very perfect. You can use flawless. Example, all the stones are flawless and of the finest quality. Very often. You can use frequently. Example, he frequently donates large sums to charity. Very shy. You can use timid. Example, another timid voice came from the hallway. Very thirsty. You can use parched. Example, the landing overlooked the parched desert surrounding the Black Fortress. Very hurt. You can use battered. Example, he was battered to death. Very open. You can use transparent. Example, they are so thin that they are quite transparent. Very powerful. You can use compelling. Example, the novel was so compelling that I couldn't put it down. Very sleepy. You can use lethargic. Example, he felt too miserable and lethargic to get dressed. Very tasty. You can use appetizing. Example, the food wasn't particularly appetizing. Very risky. You can use perilous. Example, they obviously sensed that it would be perilous to tease Brandon. Very creative. You can use innovative. Example, she was an imaginative and innovative manager. Very roomy. You can use spacious. Example, the house was spacious and had rooms for the house serfs and apartments for visitors. Very detailed. You can use meticulous. Example, the trip involved meticulous planning. Very crowded. You can use bustling. Example, she is always bustling about the house. Very exciting, you can use exhilarating. Example, this is always exhilarating and sublime. Very competitive, you can use cutthroat. Example, he soon became a very cunning person with a cutthroat business mind. Very cheap, you can use stingy. Example, she is too stingy to give money to charity. Very thin, you can use gaunt. Example, he walked with a slight limp and his gaunt frame was gangly. Very upset, you can use distraught. Example, weeks after the accident she remained distraught. Very angry, you can use furious. Example, now Alex is furious with me. Very beautiful, you can use gorgeous. Example, I went out with a gorgeous girl last night. Very big, you can use colossal. Example, they were asking a colossal amount of money for the house. Very clean, you can use immaculate. Example, the property is in immaculate condition. Very large, you can use enormous. Example, read the mystical book I am sending you, it has an enormous success here. Very bright, you can use brilliant. Example, she was a brilliant student from the beginning. Very careful, you can use cautious. Example, he was cautious when he was riding the bicycle. Very cold, you can use frosty. Example, I got a very frosty reception. Very easy, effortless. Example, from the outside, writing can often seem effortless. Very fast, you can use quickly. Example, my wife quickly recovered and smiled. Very hot, you can use broiling. Example, we are broiling in this hot sun. Very much, you can use abundantly. Example, a fact he had made abundantly clear. Very quiet, you can use barely audible. Example, the music was barely audible. Very same, you can use identical. Example, the two rooms were virtually identical. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this English video lesson and learned a lot. So you can continue studying with me by subscribing to my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification for my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.